Hey guys, this is AnimeBallZ here, and today we're going to be doing the 7th part of What If Goku and Vegeta Were Trapped in the Time Chamber. Please like the video if you haven't already and subscribe, it's totally free and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. There's nothing much else I'd like to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
After the Tournament of Power is over, the universes are erased and Jiren looks very sad. However, Goku is there to console him in his last moments before he disappears. Ultimately, they're all wished back by Goku, who wants to face Jiren again in the future and hopefully meet some of the other strong members of the universes once again. Therefore, Universe 7 wins the Tournament of Power and the Tournament of Power arc comes to an end. The next arc that comes along though is the arc with BROLY. This arc obviously just covers the events that took place in the movie Dragon Ball Super BROLY. Now, as far as I'm aware, nothing much will change about the whole movie plot until Goku and Vegeta meet BROLY themselves. Just like in the canon timeline, Vegeta gets to face him first. Oh, and of course Future Trunks is there too. Frieza isn't even sure if BROLY will be able to beat Vegeta, but he thinks that he has a much better chance than he does from the things that he has heard. BROLY screams and charges forward to attack Vegeta, punching him right in his face. However, Vegeta doesn't even move back and eats the punch as if he's just getting tapped on the head. So this is your level of strength. I'm not impressed, Vegeta says monotonously before grabbing his arm to slam him into the ground. This slam cracks the earth and causes such cracks to extend out from the point of impact with the floor. BROLY then stands again and in rage charges forward to try and attack Vegeta. However, he slips past each and every attack he throws with a neutral facial expression as he does this. BROLY is getting stronger and faster, but he still isn't on the level of Vegeta right now. BROLY throws forward his left punch with a terrifying scream, which destroys the ice mountain positioned directly behind Vegeta. A large amount of cool wind blasts out as a result of this punch, but Vegeta moves past the attack seamlessly, even though it is so fast. Frieza finds it odd that he's able to move past such attacks, even with his level of strength. So he's using a slither of Ultra Instinct in his base form. Neat, Goku says, watching on. Trunks, I'll let you face this guy yourself, Vegeta says, using instant transmission to disappear from the area. Future Trunks in his own jacket nods, then pulls it off and unsheathes his broadsword. He darts forward swiftly and downward to head toward BROLY and he drives forward his sword. However, BROLY grabs him by the neck before he can stab him, only tapping his chest lightly. His clothing provides just enough protection so that the tip of the blade doesn't pierce his skin, then he is slammed into the icy ground after receiving the hit. Trunks coughs blood from the high force upon his neck, but as he is pinned to the ground, he lets loose. His aura blasts away BROLY once he enters his Super Saiyan 3 form. The ice around him starts to melt too and he shoots out from the small dip that he has made in the ground. He slices through BROLY's shirt and actually cuts him before kicking him into an ice mountain. As he flies away, he sheathes his sword and launches his full power big burning attack. The large ball of red-orange energy soars toward BROLY, clashing with his stomach before letting off a massive hot explosion that melts a large amount of ice around him. A huge mountain turns to water vapor and small droplets of water stay suspended in the air while other larger volumes of water swoosh under the angry Saiyan. Trunks smirks once he sees this because he feels that he has defeated BROLY. He didn't put enough into the attack to kill him, of course. He does have sympathy, but he believes that the fight is over. However, BROLY comes flying toward him in his Akari form, screaming at the top of his lungs. He punches Trunks and the punch doesn't just feel 10 times stronger than he was before. Trunks is launched away and even Goku is surprised by his sudden increase in strength. What is the cause for this? Goku asks calmly in a powerful tone to Vegeta. I believe it has something to do with his constant power increases. It's like he's learning and growing as he fights, Vegeta theorizes, as they continue to watch the battle. Trunks trades blows with BROLY, but after their quick exchange of attacks, Trunks is faring far worse than his opponent. Sluggishly, he throws forward a punch, but BROLY just tanks the attack, then punches him twice in his gut so hard that he returns to his base form. Finally, BROLY grabs him with one of his gargantuanly sized palms and chucks him into an ice mountain before diving down himself to slam him through the entire thing. This combination of attacks sounds like an explosion going off, and both the Saiyans are quite concerned for Trunks. However, they sense his key signature is pretty fine and he hasn't been hurt too severely. Trunks from the ground shouts and utilizes the Super Saiyan God transformation from the jump. Just for some scaling here, Trunks is relative to Goku and Vegeta's strength in canon at this point. He is slightly weaker than them, but not by much at all. If he was to fight canon Goku or canon Vegeta from the BROLY arc, the fight would be long and tight but would eventually end in his defeat. Trunks then envelops his sword in a godlike aura and uses a cool technique like Goku's Godbind. He has a neat, unique technique that he can utilize with this form that creates a slash of ki when he slashes his sword, making such sword even more deadly. He throws the slash and it cuts through Broly's arm, leaving a deep gash in it. It makes him scream in pain, and with this Uzaru-like mind, it only makes things worse. Broly punches him in the face, but there is no initial reaction. Trunks is shot back about a meter, but he feels little pain from the attack, and thus he knows that he is stronger than the Saiyan. He kicks Broly in his gut, then slashes at his body twice before landing a super powerful punch akin to the punch Vegeta landed that sent the Saiyan literally flying in the actual movie. Broly is now in the wall of a mountain made of dense ice, growling to himself in rage. After this exchange of attacks, Goku wants to get a piece of the pie and teleports to arrive beside Trunks. "You want to fight just as I was getting serious? Alright then," Trunks says, reverting to his base form and retreating. "Thank you, Trunks," Goku replies, with a polite nod. He then faces Broly and appears in front of him with the use of instant transmission. Broly just rips himself out from the ice mountain and kicks Goku through one. Since he was still in his base once he took that attack, it deals serious damage and makes him feel a sharp pain every time he inhales, but then he ups his power to Super Saiyan 3. "Well, this will be a nice time to test this. Super Saiyan 3 Kaioken times 10, Goku exclaims, placing heavy strain on his body. He doesn't intend to use this form for long at all, since it's so inefficient for the power that it gives him, but he continues on like this for a while just to try and get his body accustomed to such a power. He darts ahead and clashes with Broly, launching him back. Goku follows after him, then lands a few more attacks that push him further and further away. From the way it seems, Broly is getting stomped by Goku. He throws two wild swings at Goku, but he veers past each one as if he doesn't even have to think about it. This is because Goku and Vegeta have learned to utilize Ultra Instinct in their other forms without having to access their specific Ultra Instinct transformations. With his right arm extended, Goku comes in from under and lands an uppercut to his chin before double drop kicking him into the ground, shooting him down like a bullet. The collision he makes with the ground is very rough and loud, but Goku doesn't stop there. He sweeps in like a falcon, and before Broly can raise, he punches him back into the newly created crater, then rattles off with a bunch of attacks. He continues stirring and throwing, continuously pushing the Saiyan back into the ground. However, once he does this, Frieza decides to have a different option for bringing about Broly's latent abilities. He executes Paragus and Broly snaps. He transforms and destroys the landscape around him, blasting Goku away. Goku deactivates his Kaioken before it starts eating up his stamina, and he does so even before the 60-second time limit is over. He then ascends into his Super Saiyan Blue form and clashes with Broly. He knocks away Broly, then punches him downwards so that he slams into the ground. Just this punch creates a massive crater and Goku continues. He throws a multitude of punches and injures Broly for a time. He grabs one of his gargantuanly sized arms and hurls him away before blasting toward him speedily. He uses instant transmission, then punches him even further back. Broly coughs out blood after receiving so many punches and kicks, and even Super Saiyan doesn't seem like enough for him to take out the God Ki powered Saiyan. Broly then snaps even more and utilizes his Super Saiyan full power state that makes him even larger and more intimidating. Goku dives forward and punches his muscly body, but Broly doesn't even move back. He looks down to his fist, then unloads. He starts beating up Goku badly, and he has reached alarming levels of strength. Goku can barely keep up, but he can still block and evade some of his attacks, although this causes little effect on increasing his chances of success in the battle. The landscape is altered into a volcanic wasteland, and Goku slams through lava from a punch he is forced to take from Broly. The fight continues, and eventually Goku lays in Broly's grasp. Broly has grabbed him by the neck and blood drips out from his mouth. He's barely able to stay conscious, but with this remaining strength he reaches further. His hair returns to normal and he returns to his base form, but then he transforms. His hair turns to a silvery white and he utilizes his mastered Ultra Instinct form. Broly gets blasted away and it really isn't looking good for Broly now. Goku at this point rivals Beerus in power, but he isn't stronger than him. I'd say that Gogeta, when he uses this form, is significantly stronger than Beerus, but when Goku uses mastered Ultra Instinct, he's on the level of Beerus, but he isn't exactly relative to him. Of course he is God of Destruction level since he is stronger than Belmont because he is stronger than Jiren. Goku drives forward his knee and wins Broly once he hits him in the stomach. Next he swings further upward and hits him in the face, and this punch hurls him more than 10 meters back. Before he can even go back to him, Goku flies at him first and veers past one of his incoming punches. He then dodges another one of his punches and rattles off with even more punches, mainly to his chest. His last punch hurls him around 20 meters back, then Goku opens his palm and watches the Saiyan. It kills him to have to eliminate him now, but he's just way too much of a threat. "You are a very strong warrior, Broly. I hope you meet some other time," Goku says, while Broly just screams in rage. He launches an energy wave directly ahead, but then at the last second, Broly is saved. Vegeta looks at this happen in confusion and he can't even understand what just happened. How come he just disappeared? Trunks wonders in surprise. He's been saved in some way. Hopefully he doesn't just die, he'll be a great warrior, Vegeta says, while watching Goku revert to normal. After this, the Broly movie is pretty much done. The next major arc is of course the Moro Arc. The main difference with this series is that Buu doesn't exist, and thus the kidnappers don't arrive on Earth at all. However, the Galactic Patrol crew know of Goku and Vegeta and how they are basically the strongest mortals in the whole universe. Well, they aren't too sure once Moro is free and starts to wreak havoc. Since he is free, the only people they can call are Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta, who are both in Ultra Instinct, are training with each other and getting stronger on Beerus' planet. They're both bruised and tired from exerting themselves so much in their battles. They are training in MUI Omen to try and adapt to the Ultra Instinct's defense so that they can land attacks of their own. Now, weak and frail, they both land punches simultaneously, knocking each other onto the ground and out of their Ultra Instinct forms. Great, you two are making great progress with Ultra Instinct. If one of you two achieve immortality, I wouldn't be surprised if you would surpass me or even the Grand Priest, we says to them. Vegeta stands and gives off a phlegmatic look as he thinks back to his older days as a bloodthirsty Saiyan soldier. I did once. However, after those 30 years in the time chamber, I see no need to do so. We don't even have much time before our age catches up to us. At the very maximum, we have 25 years left. I'll fight and I'll go, Vegeta explains, which Whis finds very respectable. After this, while they are recovering, Whis receives a call from Bulma, then Goku, Vegeta and Trunks teleport to Earth to see Jacko. Jacko, in front of the Capsule Corp building, is met by the three Saiyans. What's up, Jacko? Goku asks. There's a new threat. A man that us, the Galactic Patrol, kept imprisoned, who was also imprisoned for millions of years prior, has escaped. He has power beyond even our capabilities, and I believe that the only people that can stop him are you guys, Jacko explains. We will do whatever needs to be done, another strong warrior to face. You got Broly, so this time I'll fight him, Vegeta says, excited to meet this new threat. So that will conclude the 7th part of What If Goku and Vegeta Were Trapped in the Time Chamber. Please tell me something you liked about the video or something that I should improve on for the next part. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.